Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. This Saturday we have a fight in Erislandy Lara versus Castano. And so this will be a very interesting fight. Erislandy Lara has a record of 25 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws with 14 knockouts. His 3 losses all came by way of decision. The first was against Paul Williams in a majority decision. The second against Saul Canelo Alvarez in a split decision. And the third against Jared Swift Hurd in a split decision. So anytime that he's ever lost a fight, it's gone by the way of decision. He has a pretty solid chin. He's never been knocked out. And, Erislandy Lara stood up to a much bigger Jared Swift Hurd, who I thought he edged out Jared Swift Hurd by at least a round in that fight, or maybe 2, but the decision didn't go his way. But Erislandy Lara makes no mistake about his record. He is an elite level fighter. He can compete with the best of the best, and he is a guy not to be challenged at that level of boxing. A lot of people overlook Lara and does not give him the credit he deserves. He is truly a special and elite level boxer. And then when you look on the other hand at Castano, who has, he's an Argentinian. He's 15-0 with 11 knockouts. He's 29 years old. He's 5'6" with a 67.5-inch reach. He's unproven as of right now. While on the other hand, Erislandy Lara is an elite level fighter, elite level boxer who has a height and reach advantage at 5'9" and 74-inch reach. But in age, the youth advantage has to go to Castano, while Erislandy Lara is 35 years old, and you got to expect him to start to decline at some point. So if we're looking at the fights honestly and unbiasedly, we have to look at it, it's a guy on the rise in a Castano, but also an experienced veteran who's at an elite level, and then Erislandy Lara. Who will win this fight? And my honest and most unbiased prediction is Erislandy Lara. I think Lara's going to take him into deep waters in this fight. I think he's going to outbox him, show him a lot of skills, and I think it's going to be a very interesting and intriguing matchup. But I do think that Erislandy Lara is going to put on a boxing clinic because the size advantage is not a huge discrepancy. So Castano's not a huge guy towering over Lara. I think Lara's going to win this fight. I think he's just going to be a better boxer, pure boxer, slick boxer, and he's going to box circles around Castano, who's just not experienced enough at this level to be able to defeat a guy of this caliber. If Lara did lose this fight for any reason, I think he's done at the top level of boxing. I think at this point, Lara's still an elite level fighter, still a top fighter, and I believe that he can regain his belt from a Jared Swift Hurd. I think that's the rematch that we all wanted. So I don't understand why Jared Swift Hurd is not immediately trying to fight him in a rematch since the Jermell Charlo fight fell apart. He's in talks with other guys, lower level guys who don't have belts. I don't understand why he's not itching to fight Lara back in a very closely contested fight, because that's a fantastic fight that people would love to see all over again. And a lot of people felt like Lara won that fight. Regardless of who you thought won it, you realize it was a tremendous fight. It was a very close fight, and it really ultimately came down to 1 or 2 rounds at the end, depending on how you saw the fight. And so even the judges were split on it. So at the end of the day, if we're being honest and unbiased, that's a rematch that we must see. And for us to be able to see that rematch, Lara has to pick up this win, which I truly believe he will. But once again, unbiased as always, it's the Ibfp. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.